But so have you been looking for new Phillies merch lately?
I actually have. I feel like I'm running low on t-shirts.
All right. Well, since you are, you and the other Phillies fans should head over to phillygoat.com to get your Philly Goat merch and use the code BTVPOD for 10% off your next order. Beyond the Bank is proud to be an affiliate with Philly Goat, and as always, go Phils.
Beyond the Bank, we're talking baseball. Beyond the Bank, may we make takes, Beyond the Bank, Phillies fever, catch it now. Bleeding red is hell. Beyond the Bank.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Bank Phillies podcast. I am your host, Pete, along with my co-host, Henry. What is up, my guy?
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. I mean, that was the goal coming out of the Mets series, right? I feel like. I mean,
I
in a
literally
way.
just said to you right before we started recording. Just like that, the Mets are back down to 6 games out of the division.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine. It's just weather the storm.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
After
I guess.
Losing one game.
Yeah. We really, had no energy after that Mets series to talk about it because it was just, really bad and, just frustrating. Yeah. So, it was just, something that was just, all right, put in the rearview mirror and just kind of, move on and just, focus on the Braves. And I think, we talked about it. We didn't want to settle for a split or anything less than that, obviously, playing against the Braves. And, I mean, yeah, tonight's game, talk about a little bit, but wasn't the greatest. I mean, obviously they had a chance to sweep, whatever it is what it is. But at the end of the day, the goal was 3 or 4. And I mean, by the way people are talking on X, I mean, you would think we just got swept by the Braves. So, I mean, I understand their points, some of them, whatever. I understand some of the worries, but at the end of the day, I think it's just, one of those things.
They actually blew a 10-0 lead.
I know.
Calm down. It was
one
run.
Exactly. And I mean, Alvarado, whatever. I just... Listen,
it's not like he'll be pitching in the playoffs, so what's it matter?
Exactly. So nobody will have to stress about that. But yeah, so listen, that was the goal and we did it. And obviously kind of seems like that Mets series almost didn't happen since they are back at 6 games back now. It just it feels like it didn't to me, at least. I don't know. It was very weird, that whole.
Yeah, and then you had, Schwarber hitting 4 home runs, and it's I guess we're just going to forget about this.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get to that real quick. So Thursday's game, it's you're going into that game, and you're all right, that stuff just happened in New York, and, you're sitting there wondering, it's okay, are they going to come out with some type of energy? Are they going to come out with, anger, it seems like? And of all people, Kyle Schwarber was the one I feel came out with some anger. And he was the one that kind of set the tone from the beginning because, I mean, they went down 3-0 to start that game. And then the very next, when they came out to bat, he was one that led off with that solo shot after Trey struck out, and then he led off with the solo shot.
Yeah. I mean, I love that guy.
Yeah. Understatement, I feel like.
Yeah,
somehow,
right.
Somehow, some way.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Dude, he needs to be back.
I know. And then
when he hit the third one,
I
was like, wow, this is unbelievable. And it was oh, by the way, it's only the 5th inning. It's
yeah.
Oh no. And then it's well, there's surely no way he gets 4 off the scoreboard. Holy crap.
I'm not gonna lie. I think when it obviously hit 2 home runs, for some reason to me, I don't want to say it's normal to me. I guess people hitting 2 home runs, especially a guy like Kyle Schwarber. I'm okay, he hit 2 home runs, whatever. And then he hit the 3rd one. I'm wow, all right, he's having a game. Just Schwarber being Schwarber. And then when he hit the 4th, I was I didn't know if he was gonna hit 4 or not. And I was listen, it'd be awesome to see him do it, but it's just who knows really. And it was funny because I think one of the pages I follow for the Phillies, they tweeted LOL, that was just the tweet, and I'm guessing that it was my thing was a second behind, and I was just there's just no way, and I saw him hit it, I was wow, and then I'm sitting there thinking I'm he might have a chance for a 5th one, and I'm if he hits 5, man, it's just well, holy crap, you know what I'm saying? He had a chance too. I mean, what was a 40-mile-per-hour pitch down the middle or something like that? It's just so some batters just not used to the speed of the ball, like being that
Yeah.
slowed down. So they're just like their timing is like completely off.
It's like detrimental if it's too slow. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like-
You're just almost like there's no actual way this
Just
is like
give me the
going this
ball.
slower.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I'll just throw it up to myself at that point. And let's keep in mind here now, because after that night, and because now he's at 49 home runs
49,
after this series. Do we think he breaks Howard's home run record? Because there was a time where I thought maybe it wasn't possible, and like if he was even gonna reach 50, but like I mean now after that that game he had this weekend, it's like, dude, that's something we got to keep an eye on in the next last month here, I guess.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's
Dude.
tough. Obviously, you want to be like, oh yeah, this is the season to break it. It's like that would be cool. Like we're watching it, we're keeping up, we're doing whatever. But
Yeah.
I just don't want to risk anything for October. I'm not saying he'll like hurt himself trying to hit 9 more home runs.
Yeah.
Or 10 more home runs, but like let's just not overexert ourselves right now. Oh,
No,
what
yeah, I
mean?
get
Like,
it. I understand.
Yeah, I think he definitely has a shot though, for sure.
I mean, they were talking about on the broadcast the other night, I think, at one point, they were saying how it's just like, you think about these records and how crazy it is. It's like, because, you look at the names and then you see like Ryan Howard, and obviously we know how loved he is in this city. And, a guy like him, it's like, he's had this record for so long, for, a couple of years, a lot of years now, I feel like. And it's like, obviously he's going to be happy for Schwarber if he gets closer to it, if he ties him, if he breaks and stuff like that. So I think it's a real surreal moment to like sit back for a second, because I didn't even like really realize until I saw the numbers, and I'm like, dude, like he has a legit shot. Like he's still got some time, and he could be on pace to either tying it or taking the lead. And the other thing is too, if he passes him, because I think Howard was set at 58, he had 58 home runs in one season.
Yep.
If he passes it, he's got to hit 60. I feel like, right? Like you can't just do 59.
I don't
You got to
know.
do 60, right? Like, come on now.
That's crazy to think about.
It is crazy to think about, but like, I mean,
Like-
come on, that would just be like a crazy ass moment, bro. Like, oh my gosh. I mean,
Yeah. I'm like trying to figure out. So it's got what, 136 games. We got 24 left. So he needs to hit a home run every 3 games,
yeah,
basically.
which is possible.
It's 57. I don't know.
Regardless,
it's too late for math.
yeah, he just woke up from a nap too. So he's
Dude,
still, like,
yeah, I fell
figure out
asleep
the
in the night.
cobwebs.
Okay,
yeah, I had to out him real
Well,
quick. Could have hidden it that long.
Accountability from my perspective.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
on the couch.
Regardless, though, it's not impossible, and it would just be a terrific moment for Schwarber. And out of all seasons for him in a contract year, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
it's
Kind of couldn't happen at a worse time for us, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm happy for him, but at the same time, it's like not helping our case here, guy.
Yeah. Every time he goes deep, it's like, oh, price just went up. Like, oh,
yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of all things Schwarber, I texted you earlier tonight, like ESPN's pregame, I think is an absolute joke, because they did like a real quick interview with him or whatever, I guess, at one point. And like the first question of the guy, I'm pretty sure it was Buster Olney, I think. And he was just like, what's your favorite color? And he's like, orange. And then they were showing the clip of him like dancing. You ever saw the thing where he's like dancing or whatever?
Tie and yeah.
And they're like, and they're showing the video of that, which is fine, like all fun and games, I guess. But it's just like sitting there. I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Like, can we just get a grip?
Like, I don't understand what that whole thing, but it is what it is. And then they were talking about later in the game about like, his possible locations of him being a free agent next year. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear it anymore.
While he's got Philly stuff on. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Exactly. So, but regardless, amazing night for him on Thursday, and that was awesome to see. And then I think Friday's game was pretty tight. Like it was a low scoring game. But I think the one thing that stood out for that one is just seeing Duran close out the game for that one, and I think it's safe to say that I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine. Like he's good right now. I know there's been talks lately of him like struggling because possibly it was the ankle. I know we talked about it, but I'm really not like too worried about it, to be honest with you.
Me neither. I was a little bit, and then we started to bounce back. It's like, all right, let's just put that behind us and let's keep going. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
fine, it's fine. But
Yeah.
I'm not that worried. I think the reason he was struggling was because of the ankle, but I mean, I'm looking past that now. It's over with. Let's again flush it and let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then Saturday night's game, another one that was kind of back and forth for the most part. Again, like not a really outside of Thursday's game. These last three games were really low scoring, but they were able to walk off on Saturday. Trey was able to come through in a huge spot. And I'll tell you something right now, man. I think Trey Turner's season, I think sometimes gets overlooked by certain fans. I'm just
He's
like
leading the National League in hits.
I know, but I'm saying half the fan base. I think sometimes it
yeah.
just gets underappreciated,
Right.
in my opinion.
It
And I just
absolutely
think,
is.
yeah, and it's great to see that like he's having a positive season, even defensively too. I mean, he made some plays the other night that were just like, I mean, they were regular routine ground outs and whatnot, but it was still great to see him come up clutch in those defensive situations. So
yeah, he's having a great year.
yeah.
And I think part of the problem too.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh.
Part of the problem with these long contracts or these 5+ year contracts, whatever it is, like you get judged so much on that first year. Like Castellanos, if he had a decent first year, everybody feels completely different about him in general.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's weird, man. Like it's really weird. But he's having one of the best seasons, I think, in the league. He should be a top 5 in MVP voting, but we'll see how that shakes out. Schwarber should be MVP, but nonetheless. Yeah, I just he's having an unbelievable year. Like you said, it's just overlooked. Simple as that. They're like, oh, finally he's doing what we pay him for. Like, can we relax?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the thing I think is good to see with Turner is that like we've seen in the past where it's like, we've talked about times where he almost seems jumpy and he's trying to do a little too much, whatever. I feel like that's the theme of the team half the time. I hear that quote all the time. But regardless, I just feel like it's good to see him like relax and it just, just using the whole field, I feel like. And, obviously like he had a lot of homers on the road this year, not a lot at home, whatever. I don't know what it is with that, but I don't care as long as he's producing in other aspects of the game, just causing havoc on the baselines. Like that's the Trey Turner that we want to see all the time, and we've talked about it. But I just feel like recently it's just there's been small moments where it's like, oh, okay, there's Trey doing his thing, and that's that. Like just getting on base and leaving it to Schwarber and Harper and then JT, I guess you could say as well. So I think it's a great thing to see.
For sure, I agree.
Yeah, and then I think they walked it off, so that was a great moment. Obviously, everybody was paying attention to Castellanos, and I don't know, I really honestly didn't
get over it.
I didn't notice it too much, to be honest with you, and I didn't really take much away from it, to be honest with you.
I looked right at him as soon as it happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did get hit on the hand before that, the at-bat, so I don't know if that was something that bothered him, but I don't know.
Dan said that to me. He was like, well, he got hit on the hand. I bet you his wrist just still hurts. I was like, dude, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, get over it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get into him later.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like I said, again, I was so focused on like the celebration or whatever, I'm just like, I didn't even realize. So definitely interesting scene, but who knows? And then tonight's game, obviously tough one to really, like get away. Luzardo had like an amazing night, had like 7 strikeouts. And really, supporting his case of being that top guy, if we get to when we go to the postseason in that rotation. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see the decisions of that. And, obviously with him playing well like that is going to help a lot. But, not a lot from the offense tonight. That guy for the Braves.
Dude, I know.
I'm forgetting his name, his last name, Waldrip or something like that. Whatever it is. Yeah. The splitter was nasty. Like that. They just couldn't lay out the splitter.
They could not stop talking about it on the broadcast.
Well, that too, yeah.
Dude, I was like, what am I watching? Like, oh, this splitter's just nasty. And they put together like a compilation. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, you're kind of killing me here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, man.
I guess you gotta give him credit where credit's due. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, he's
But-
good. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it just seemed weird. I was like, does this guy? I obviously we don't know anything about him. I wonder if he's like kind of known for his splitter like throughout the minors, and then they
Just
knew
gotta
that
be.
coming up, almost like a what's it called? Dude, I'm completely out of it. Orion, like a couple years ago, like when he has a sinker.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I wonder if it's like his signature thing.
Yeah, it
I don't
possibly
know.
could be. It possibly could be. And speaking of Orion Kirkring, not a great night from him. Really struggled. I mean, didn't even record an out before he got pulled. He loaded the bases, and thankfully, I mean, in that inning, Tanner Banks came in and kind of saved his ass there. I mean, they walked away with only one run, giving up one run, but I mean, it could have been a lot worse. And I just like it's annoying. Like I tweeted out, I said, like Kirkring, he's such a likable guy, and I just feel like he's had his moments, yes, but then he's also had bad moments, and it's just like you feel like he's almost just touching the surface of being that consistent like relief pitcher where he's like, okay, he's gonna get us through like that meat of the order. I feel like, and he's gonna do it consistently. And I feel like there's just certain like times lately where it's just like he's just pulling everything, and he's just like it's almost like he's nervous in a way. It looks
I was just saying he's like trying too hard.
Yeah.
Come on, bro, just take a breath. Like
I know,
you've been on the show for like 4 years now. Come on.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
3 years, whatever.
And I mean, he's gonna be huge for us. I mean, come postseason, I mean, like he's gonna have
to be. Yeah,
like behind Duran.
he
and all
is.
that.
He is.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like a rough sight tonight, and I was just like, man, like I just like you just gotta like hope for him to be on. I feel like
I know.
If it's not,
and you never know truly what you're gonna get.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it just Tanner Banks again. I don't know how many times I got to keep praising this guy. I
Did he
bought
pitch
this
tonight? I fell
did.
asleep, dude.
Yeah, he did. So he came into the game and got Kirkring out of like the whole trouble.
Lord.
Gave up one run or whatever,
dude,
but
I was
dude,
out.
it was great to see. And I'm telling you right now, I bought the Tanner Banks stock when it was low. Okay, and now it's high. So I'm just saying,
Tanner Banks
I was
stock.
on that side. I'm just saying, man. I had some trust, especially when it was
Lord.
showing. Just like whatever. But it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, nothing really much from the offense tonight outside of Brandon Marsh home run. Hopefully, maybe that will get him going. I know he's kind of been in a rut lately as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And then the other thing is too, let's try to maybe work on the rundowns. When we have the opportunity to tag somebody out.
What was that?
I don't know what's the deal with that. I don't know. It seemed like Harper maybe held on too long, didn't throw quick enough, and then
I don't think Stott pump faked. He meant to throw that ball. It seemed like Harper moved at the last second.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like it was
weird because they were like, "Oh yeah, you can't pump fake, can't pump fake." It's like that's not really what he did.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was weird.
It's just annoying because, like, obviously we saw it happen in the Mets series. I'm pretty sure where they had opportunity and it didn't go well, and Harper messed up, and it's just like, all right, like that's the type of stuff that I feel like maybe Harper struggles with a little bit more.
Rivalry pack.
Yeah, the rivalry pack thing. I was gonna bring that up. I don't know how I'm really feeling about that. So yeah, it's
like Bryce does some things where you're like, oh, it's a little cringy. Like, dude, this is just dumb.
Well,
like,
so
nobody cares.
I just saw before we started, but there was a small detail on the cleats tonight.
I know they say attaboy. He's not even on the roster.
I know, and so
anymore.
that's the thing I was gonna say.
Come
It's like he's not even on the team
on.
anymore. They're talking about the moment. I was like, geez, man, like
he's not even on the roster anymore. Like, give it.
Yeah. It's like, okay, they're like bringing up the whole thing again. I'm like, all right, we get it. Like, it happened, or whatever.
Like,
it's 2 years ago. Like, let's move on.
Show the replay game 2 again so I can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, but listen, overall though, took 3 of 4. We move on, and now we go on the road again. So, so before we get into the question of the day, there was some things that happened today before today's game. Some transactions that the Phillies made. Definitely an interesting one, and one that you were kind of, okay with at first. I was kind of iffy about it, but I'll start off with that one. So the Phillies signed free agent Walker Buehler, who was released by the Boston Red Sox on Friday. Bueller's really had a tough season with the Red Sox. I think he has an ERA of like 5.45. I'm pretty sure. So it's definitely not the most exciting thing, I guess you could say, considering stats wise, I guess. But I guess the one thing that you can, the one thing you could look at is just his experience in the postseason, how well he's played in there. They kept talking about him making the final out in the World Series last year. We get it. Saw that about 10 times. So let's get there first. So
right.
But yeah, definitely an interesting signing. And at first I was iffy about it, but I'm okay to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not? What's it gonna hurt? I say that now, but we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, seriously. I don't know. I don't see what the problem would be, to be honest. Dave Dombrowski said they don't love everything they saw from him, but they see things that they can fix. So
yeah, hopefully Cotham can work with him on certain things. And I mean, they seem like they're pretty much planning on him being a starting rotation. So Matt Gell tweeted out earlier, Phillies plan for Walker Buehler to start September 12th versus Kansas City. They'll try a 6-man rotation down the stretch. He'll start once at AAA. And then also, I'll add this in real quick. They're also calling up Garrett Stubbs tomorrow when Ross.
Stupid.
So,
that's the dumbest thing you could do.
Well, I don't know if it's so much dumb. I feel like it's more of the fact of them, maybe I saw a scenario earlier where it'd be if JT DH is one of the days, and then I don't know if you have Marchand starting, I guess, and then if you want to pinch run Stubbs, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's more just
what
I don't know. I mean, I would say more that's kind of the scenarios I would see, or just him getting extra reps in, I guess, or giving Marchand a break. I don't know. I guess that's what September's going to be about. I guess
a break.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if it's a week or so away from October, I mean, if they have a spot clinched and then the division wrapped up, who knows? I don't know. That's the type of stuff they get to think about. You know what I mean? So
whatever. I just
you were upset about the Stubbs thing early in the season. I know it was the beginning of the season, but I'm just saying,
no, I just think it's dumb. I know, yeah. If you're gonna call Stubbs up, cut Marchand. I don't see it.
It seems like they almost don't want to lose Marchand.
I know,
options, but I mean, I don't know. It's it is a weird move though. I was definitely shocked by
weird.
Yeah, it's very weird, very weird. I was just
okay,
catchers?
What are we doing?
I was okay, wordy. And then they also, who was the other pitcher that they picked up today? It was a left-handed reliever. I think he was released from the Pirates. I think it was Tim Meza or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Yeah.
So
I forget what team he's from.
Yeah, he claimed off waivers from the Pittsburgh Pirates, and to make room on the 40-man roster.
Waive him.
Yeah.
The Pirates waive him. He must be good.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably the stats didn't seem too terrible, but listen, I mean, compared to guys like Romano, I mean, it can't be worse, right?
He needs to be cut.
Well, do you think the IL thing is going to just keep him off the whole year?
I don't know.
Because that's an interesting thing to think about. If they're just gonna keep him on the IL, I guess. If that's even possible.
Inflammation.
Yeah. Ironic that's the middle finger.
I know.
So you guys wanted him all so bad? Well, guess what? He's still on the team. He's just going on the IL, so he might be back. Yeah. And apparently he says that he might be pitching again. So I don't know when that's gonna be.
Yeah. Hopefully not on this planet.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, I think the main one that everybody's pretty interested to see is the Walker Buehler one. So hopefully that works out. That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't lie. A guy who maybe just needs to change the scenery. Who knows? So
yeah.
All right, so let's move into the question of the day. Pretty interesting one I came up with today. So I feel like the situation that we're in, or just some of the things that have been said lately regarding lineups and all that. So my question of the day for you is, how do you feel about the way Rob Thompson has handled things lately with the lineups and Castellanos issues? Do you think Rob has showed more of the attitude of, I am the manager and this is how it is going to go down?
Yeah, I think he showed a ton more of that attitude, and that's the way it should be. Because I'm sick of dealing with emotional 32-year-old people, or however old he is. I don't care. But he's one of my favorite players on the team. Full stop. But dude, come on, man. Let's get over this, please. I know you want to play every day. I know, and you're frustrated that you don't want to, or that you keep getting pulled. But like, bro, you hit 16 home runs all year so far, which mid. Like, you have 61 RBIs. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And your OPS is 697
Yeah.
with a minus 0.9 WAR. That's
Yeah.
the lowest of his career.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I know you have feel for this. Like, come on. You got to understand where he's coming from. Topper's right.
Yeah.
Topper is right. And it's like, well, guess what? What did he say the other day? He said something like, I didn't bookmark the tweet.
Who, Topper or
It's like,
Cassie?
Rob Thompson. He said, check your ego at the door and let's go. So, like, he said it in an interview. He wasn't saying
I think I do have it
nasty.
bookmarked. The quote
do?
here. Yeah, here it is. So he said, Topper said, I think we're all at the point now where we're all in, and whatever is best for the team to win a game that night, we're all in. Check your ego at the door and let's go.
And I think he's right. I think the other part of it too, and I was ripping Nick or whatever, but like he just wears his emotions on his sleeve, and sometimes guys are like that. So like, I get it, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just frustrating.
Yeah, it is. And I think the one thing is like
it's frustrating to see on a team that's supposed to be like so win at all cost mentality.
True.
Put it that way.
And I've seen a lot of people talking like with the way like his response were, like obviously we know how honest, brutally honest sometimes Castellanos can be and how dry he is. And I mean, honestly, there's certain points where like I can respect that of you being brutally honest, but it's the way sometimes you say things. And I think just in certain situations where it's like, you kind of, he wants to try to hide it, but you're not going to, especially with this fan base. Like they're going to realize those type of things. And I just think it's one of those things where it's like, listen, like you just gotta like Topper's right. You gotta check your ego, man. Like, and I'm proud of Topper because we have gone on him multiple times about being like, if he's that guy to I guess check somebody really, or like in a way where like, listen, like I'm the manager, this is what's gonna happen. And like, we saw it earlier in the season in Miami when he sat Nick down because of what he said and whatever. And unfortunately, I feel like it's just every instance it's been is with Castellanos, unfortunately. To a certain extent.
At least
like,
that's in public, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, I just think it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, wow, like Topper is that type of guy because we all, usually see him being quiet or whatever. But at a certain point, man, you just gotta, you gotta be like, listen, it ends with the manager, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to decisions like that. And I think it's, good on Topper to kind of take control.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation. And hopefully one that doesn't, stretch out too long to a point where it's like going into the end of the season. It's just like, all right, listen, like just go with it and see what happens.
I just think Castellanos is an emotional guy. I think, he's just, like you said, brutally honest, just all at the forefront. So let's just deal with it. Let's go. Like, we got a World Series to win.
Exactly. We're just, we're not trying to deal with this stuff that happens on other teams or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So now we are going to move into P picks. So what do you have for this week?
Yeah. So we start tomorrow, right back at it tomorrow in Milwaukee. Weird start time, I'm guessing, because it's, Labor Day. So it's a start time at 4:10 p.m. I think Mizorowski is on the mound tomorrow for the Brewers. And then we got Taijuan Walker. So definitely, listen, Taijuan's been playing great recently. Mizorowski has kind of slowed down a little bit from what I've seen recently with his stats. So listen, he's still a good pitcher. So, and we've never seen him before, I guess. I don't think we've played him yet. So, we'll see how the lineup goes about that. But, and then we have the off day on Tuesday, which is weird. Like it's like a game and an off day. Usually we don't have off day Tuesday, but, and then Wednesday and Thursday we play them as well. This is going to be a challenging series, I think, all around, and people know that just because of how great Milwaukee's been playing. I mean, they're top of the NL right now. I'm pretty sure they're the best team in the league with the best record.
It's going to be a big test.
Yes, it's going to be a huge test, and I feel like sometimes when we go to Milwaukee, it's always ends up being a weird series. Unfortunately, I feel like sometimes that happens anyway on the road with us. So, Man, I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a tough series where we end up dropping 2 out of 3. Unfortunately, I just again we struggle on the
Reasonable.
road,
Yeah.
and I just feel like it's gonna be one of those ones where it's gonna like we expect them to maybe come out with some fire maybe, but I just think Milwaukee right now is on that type of like vibe where they're just winning tough games, and they're one of those teams right now that just moving well. So
Magic will run out eventually.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna drop 2 out of 3 here. I think it'll be a tough matchup for some of our pitchers, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, those are my picks for the week. So
Sweet.
but yeah, this whole next week of being on the road. I mean, even they go into Miami, it's gonna be a tough one as well, just because Miami's been playing teams well. They just beat the Mets 2 out of 3. I'm pretty sure. So,
Dude, what's the deal with Tyler Phillips?
I don't know. I saw that.
Like, he was a mental patient.
I know. He's like he was hitting his face the other night. And he was
smacking himself.
Yeah.
I hate hitters. Like, okay, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he helped us out though. He was closing out the Mets. So
I know,
I'll
but it's
Shout
weird.
Yeah, it is. A little
I don't know.
I didn't realize that when I saw the clip of him like smacking himself. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Like that was like the one dude who used to do the Red Bull thing. And didn't he like smack across his head or something like that?
Jojo Romero.
Joe Romero. Yeah. It's like, all right, bro. Like, hey, listen, if that's like your niche or whatever.
All that to lose like 89 games or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just not to really give us
break.
any momentum or whatever. So, you got anything around the
Don't
league?
worry,
or
though,
whatever?
you look really tough crushing that Red Bull can.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I really don't have anything around the league, honestly.
No,
like,
around the
it's just-
league.
No, I mean, yeah,
We talked about the Cal rally. We did
Yes,
talk about that last
yes,
episode.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We talked
Making
about that
sure.
last episode. He hasn't hit
Um,
a home run since, but yeah,
yeah.
we talked.
Well,
about
so speaking of which, I guess we real quick throw in the fantasy note there. Looks like you're going to be tough luck and to miss the playoffs. I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna lose.
I think so, dude. Unfortunately,
That's
I hate to out you on this, but I mean, Connor was already in the group chat today bragging. So, yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
because,
you want to know whose fault it is? Jeff
Okay.
Hoffman.
and why
He's
is
got
that?
me minus 11 and minus 14 this week.
Wow. So you had Jeff Hall. I didn't even know you had Jeff Hoffman in the lineup.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, I did.
Wow.
Drop Tanner Scott for him, by the way.
Wow. That is wow. I'm not gonna lie with you because I've already been in the playoffs. This week I really wasn't paying attention to much around our league, so I didn't even really realize until Connor started saying stuff in the chat today, and it was just like, oh, that's a tough.
I didn't even see what he said, to be honest. I should have. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think you needed him to lose the max, and you needed the win. It was just the whole thing or whatever. It's tough, man. It is
We're
tough.
tied in record, and I beat him last week. What's the problem?
But he has the tiebreaker
How?
because he's beaten you twice.
No, he has not.
Yes, he has. I went back in the schedule and I checked already.
Whatever.
I'm sorry, bro. It's like I was rooting for you, dog. I was rooting for you, man. I really was.
Flexing in the camera and everything else. This is what I get. This is what I get.
But the Phils took 3 or 4, so come on now. There's a positive out of this. So
And Rafael Devers giving him 11 points. Like, okay.
yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But hey, it's all good. Be back next season. Don't worry.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it.
You had better starts than last year. Let's just say that. So
Max just couldn't
No.
do a job.
Just couldn't do
Unbelievable.
anything. Couldn't do anything. Unbelievable, Max.
Perfect.
Yeah. But yeah. So we'll see how this Milwaukee series goes. Hopefully, like I said, we'll see. It's gonna be a tough matchup. And listen, this is a real test now. So you gotta show up. Offense has got to give us something. Got to give us more than just one run in however many innings it was. It's got to be better against a team like this because this could be a possible playoff matchup for us. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. So, but you got anything else, though, man?
No, go Phils.
Go Phils, baby. We out of here. Peace.